Last night I went to the movies with my friends and we went to see Wurthering Heights. Okay? It is 2 hours and 16 minutes long and it's rated R. Is it a weird one? Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna give a bunch of spoilers out. I'm sorry, not sorry. I might save you a time. Okay, picture this. You have a black screen and you hear a man moaning. I'm gonna stop you right there. Because at that moment I was like, this can be one or two things. I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't watch any reviews because it's not something I would normally pick. So anyways, so they're moaning. A man is moaning. And I'm like, what? we're not even into this yet. Like the credits are still it's a man hanging. Like he's dead. And this other man takes this child away. That's the dude's babes. That's the dude hanging's kid. Okay? So he's like, well, guess what? You're mine now. I'm gonna protect you. And his daughter, the guy that got the kid, his daughter's like, oh my god, I like you so much, I'm gonna make you my pet. Yeah. Girl, what? And then so they grow up and they're like, kindred spirit situationships, and odd stuff was going on. Anyways, so the family was in financial ruin because the dad likes to drink, but he's blaming it on the solicitor. Sure, fine, sure. He was batshit crazy to begin with. Now I will say, if they went a little bit more on the characters, maybe you could understand a little more about what the movie is really going on. Because at first you're like, I gotta piece this together at the end, because what is this? Character building. We just need a little more character building, okay? Because it was something. Anyways, so new family moves into town right next door. Great, 5 miles away. Anyways, and she's like, well, I am someone in this town. They need to respect me and come and holler for me. Holler at your girl. And then no one does. No one puts an invitation out. And they're like, you can't just show up, girl. That's not what ladies do. And she's like, I bet. So hold my beer. Just kidding. She didn't say that. And then she goes to the house 5 miles away. And she climbs on the wall just to eavesdrop. And they're talking about Romeo and Juliet because his sister lives with him. It's a man and his sister. And she's talking about Romeo and Juliet, just going on and on and on. And then she sees a beautiful little head pop up over the wall. And she's like, there's a ghost, a bloody soul ghost. She falls down. The guy opens the door. And he's like, hello. Hello, madam. May I help you up? And she's like, I'm hurt. And then she has to stay there for 6 bloody weeks. Yeah, she writes a note home, but Heathcliff, the man that she's, her brother, friend, I don't know, pet, he doesn't know much about what's going on. He just knows that she kind of like ghosted the whole family. He knows she's coming back. Okay, so she comes back dressed all fancy schmancy. She's like, I loved it there so much. They took great care of me, blah, 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 blah. And the guy's like, okay, then go back if you like it so much. I'm freaking busy. I don't care what you got to say. And then she's like, maybe I will. Being angry. She's so angry. And then she walks away. And then the guy, Edmund, came and was like, hey, and she's like, yes, because she's kind of still pissed about Heathcliff over there saying, well, do what you want. I'm busy. I don't care. And she's like, well, yeah, okay. I mean, he did do an eavesdropping, but that's later on. Anyways, so then she waits. He disappears because he hears conversation going on. he takes off. He's mad. He's like, oh, I'm not good enough for you. I'm out. And then so she puts off the wedding. She's like, oh my God, I need him. Yeah, I miss him. I can't do this. And so she puts off for a whole year. I'm like, girl, marry that rich man. Oh God, it keeps going. And then like, so she finally gets married. They're just doing regular things, I reckon. And then out of nowhere, here comes Heathcliff. I will say, the beginning, he was looking ragged. Missing tooth and everything. Looking ragged with a weird beard. And I was like, ugh, daddy, no. And then he comes back. He's got an earring. He's got a gold tooth. Anyways, so he was looking great, but he is just they're batshit crazy. They're all batshit crazy. Like, so they start their love affair. She's already pregnant with her husband's child. Spoilers after spoilers. Just dropping them hot, man. So she's pregnant, and they're just getting it in every which way and direction. Okay, and they're like, it's gonna be so secretive. You are in a coach, and so who's driving you, babes? Her father passes away. Who's burying the body or whatever? The grave people. Like, you don't think they have eyes? You don't think they can see you? I mean, they are fucking everywhere. Yeah, I said that word. They're fucking everywhere. And it comes to a point where she was mad that her maid, I guess, or her handler, I don't know who Nellie is to her. She saw Heathcliff in the doorway after old boy proposed to her, and she was like, she said some things like, well, if I had been with him, we would be poor. And then he didn't hear the rest of it. He just bolted after hearing that. And it was actually, she was in love with him. And he's like, oh, well, she saw me in the door. What, you didn't know? And she's like, no. So she immediately let that woman go. She's like, you can go. You will not stay here. And then, so she's like, bet. I will make this place mine. She goes to the husband. Tells the husband, this guy is bad news bears, and he's fornicating his wife. And the dude's like, all right, bet, I got this. No, you can't see that dude ever again. And she's like, just rocked. Just her whole world just fell apart. And then, okay, there's a couple things I left out. I'm not even gonna do this one again. So I want to touch base on the sister real quick. She was giving off sheltered vibes. Like, we're talking homeschooled, no disrespect to homeschooled, but if you're not around a whole lot of people, you get that weird eye look. Okay. So while she was recovering from her injury from falling off the wall, she was collecting hair from her brush. She made a hair doll. Yeah, that's exactly how that sounds. Because she has a collection of dolls. And then they were like, oh, we made a room for you, and it's your skin color. There's freaking moles. Like, you have a mole on your face, there's a mole on the wall. There was a lot of WTF saying. I was saying, dropping those bombs like, yup. Okay, the ending of this movie didn't go as planned for her, or the guys. Like, no one really won on this. I mean, the dudes, they get away scot-free. So, there's that. That should tell you what the ending is. It's not great for her. But I was not attached to any of the characters, like, so emotionally. So when you see people crying about this, I must be dead inside. Because I just thought she was just straight hoe. And he was crazy. And the other guy just wanted to be loved. Jeez. Would I recommend this one? Pass. All right. If you stuck it out, thanks for sticking it out, man. I appreciate it. Bye. Thanks for coming.